Ever hit record and then pause? Not because the camera is broken, or maybe not because you don't have the perfect script, but because something inside is whispering, "You on camera? Who do you think you are?" If you ever felt not good enough to share your voice, your message, and your story, this video is for you, because today I'm going to show you exactly how to silence that inner critic and rewire your mindset. Speak on YouTube with courage, confidence, and conviction, even if you're just getting started. And trust me, I've been there. Let's begin. Hi, I'm Maxi. Before I started coaching people to speak confidently on camera and help them start a business, I was that guy deleting video after video because I couldn't agree with my voice. I had ideas, I had the passion, but every time I watched the footage, I cringed. I would say things like, "Oh, I don't look like a YouTuber. I sound weird. No one is going to listen to this." And if this sounds familiar, here is something that I want you to hear. Feeling not good enough is a lie your brain tells you to keep you safe. It's not truth. It's not insight. It's not profess either. It's a defensive mechanism called negative bias. Your brain is wired to scan for threats, and being seen, judged, and criticized, that feels like threat. According to psychologist Rick Hanson, our brains are like Velcro for negative experience and Teflon for positive ones. So that one awkward conversation in your past, and that one teacher who told you talk too much, and that one time someone laughed you when you're trying so hard to read out in school, your brain remembers everything. Just everything. Your brain remembers all of it. Now, when you stand in front of a camera, that same ancient system kicks in and it says, "Don't do it. Stay small. Be safe." But growth isn't safe either. It's vulnerable, and vulnerability is where confidence begins. Let me tell you a quick story. I was 11 years old, my first time giving a morning speech at school. My voice cracked. I forgot my lines. A few kids in the back laughed and I froze. I couldn't continue to speak. And from that day on, I believed I'm not a perfect speaker. I'm not good with words. Fast forward years later, I'm running a school, speaking in front of parents, teachers, and students every single day. Do you know how I did it? Because I learned something powerful. You don't need to believe in yourself before you act. You need to act, and belief catches up. That fear you feel and that hesitation, that's a sign you're stepping into a bigger version of you. Let's go deeper. There is a psychological theory called self-description theory, and it says we all carry three versions of ourselves. Number one, the actual self. Here, we're talking about who you are at the moment. And second, the ideal self, who you want to be. And the third version is the one that you ought to be. Who do you think you want to be in the future? When there is a big gap between who you are and who you think you should be, you feel inadequate. You don't feel enough. You feel insecure. That's where you start saying things like, "I should sound more confident," and maybe "I should look more polished," and sometimes "I should know what I'm doing now." Here's the truth. No one starts there. Confidence is a side effect of movement, not a prerequisite. You build your voice by using it, even when it shakes, especially when it shakes. That's when the magic happens. Want a weird but powerful trick? Listen to me. Every morning, stand in front of a mirror, right? Look into your own eyes and say this: "I'm allowed to speak. My voice matters." Then, I don't need to be perfect to be powerful. This is called mirror exposure therapy, and it's used in cognitive behavioral therapy to reprogram internal dialogue. Why does it work in the first place? Because most of us avoid our own gaze. We can compliment others all day but shrink when it comes to ourselves. Serious though, try this for 7 days. Your posture will change, your tone will shift, you show up different. This might sound strange, but your voice isn't just yours. It belongs to everyone who needs it. Yes, that student who needs a role model, that young creator who just needs a mentor, for example, and that person searching for YouTube at midnight, hoping for a video that makes them feel less alone. So when you don't speak up, they miss out. Your fear isn't just holding you back, it's holding us back. All of us. We need your voice. So start your YouTube channel. Start your channel even if you are not ready. You don't need millions to make a difference. You just need the courage to start uploading your videos. Now, you might not be good and you still have bad days. Moments where you watch your footage and think, man, this is trash. But here's a mantra that I use. Today's cringy is tomorrow's confidence. Your awkwardness is your archive. It's a receipt of progress. The creators you admire, they all started somewhere, even with their voice shaky. Just go watch Mr. Beast's old videos or MKBHD. You don't see their day ones, but they had them. Now, it's your turn. You are not an imposter. You are just a beginner. And there is a big difference. Beginners are not supposed to have it all together. They are supposed to show up anyway. So next time that voice whispers, you are not good enough, just answer back. Simply, calmly, with confidence. Watch me anyway. And if this message spoke to you, hit that like button so YouTube knows that this content matters. And subscribe, because in the next video, I'll be showing you exactly the 2-minute framework I use to speak without rambling on camera. And remember, you don't need to be perfect. You just need to be present. Your voice is needed. Let it be heard.